Hey guys, done writing Jesus back for part 2, Dead Space 2.
Look, Isaac, we don't have to be friends. But like it or not, we're stuck together. Tideman's your enemy, not me.
I'm not really sure what that body's doing in the back there, so I'm gonna go try to find out here in a minute.
How did another Necromorph outbreak get started?
You're on Titan Station orbiting Saturn. As for the
I've got another video up, the Twist and Shout Fallout series. With bodies doing the weird same shit where they actually float all over and keep twitching, and I think the same thing's happening here. I don't know exactly why it happens. Try to take care of it, but it really didn't work. So a great way to find items. I might have mentioned this in the first clip. Basically, whenever you walk through a door, just take a peek behind you. There's almost always something there. The downside is it kind of slows you down, but this is the hardest difficulty, so I mean, don't have a lot of items or money, so they're all important. Thought better, and then I decided to go try to save. Once again, those are all edited out, so you don't have to put up with that. Stomp them, see if I can find any credits. Work my magic up in here and pull out some wires. That is about as close as it gets. Definitely do not be shy about using your slow time. It regens by itself, and those refilling stations are all over. There's quite a few areas on the map, just like this one, where you're forced to use it, and they're pretty liberal with spreading around those refill stations. So don't be afraid to spam it when you need to. This enemy I just killed, I don't know if he's the first one I've taken down. There's another one. So they actually spit a ranged attack. It doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but it does slow you down. And especially later on in the game, it's really, really deadly when you're being swarmed and trying to stay away. This particular scene, I don't want to say scene, this clip, part 2, actually took a lot of edits and a lot of splicings, so I actually did a pretty decent job. I think I'm still messing around with new software to see what I like. I was just starting out getting a feel for it, so I spent, there's another one of those weird bodies again. So I spent a lot of time with inventory, looking at suits and things like that, and I just cut all that stuff out. Dun dun dun. That's kind of creepy. I'm pretty excited. I see those balloons. I know that eventually I'm going to get to kill some babies. Always a plus. Baby killing. So this decompression that's going on right now, as you'll see later, this is a great way to take care of a lot of enemies all at once. However, when you do that, you don't get the credits for stomping their heads afterwards, so just kind of depends. Both the regular patients, normal human beings, and those necromorphs, whatever they are on the ground, and usually you can tell them apart. But yeah, hammering them, hitting them with a shot, or like I said, trying to levitate their bodies usually works pretty well too, to figure out who's nasty and who's not. I think this suit is only available if you do a new game plus. It's plus 25 inventory slots and 25% armor. And bright ass bumblebee yellow. Just trying out my new guns, trying to figure out their reload and their action speed. That's what I've got in my inventory at the moment. Basically a whole lot of rounds for the plasma cutter, a few life packs, and that's about it. I don't think I've upgraded the air on my suit at all. There really isn't a reason to do it. It comes stock with, I think, just under 2 minutes of air or something like that. The first game, you could argue that might be beneficial, not so much in Dead Space 2. So, like most of the boss-esque characters in this game, they have some glowing limbs or something like that, and shooting those first is a pretty easy way to take them down. Too big to stomp. This is the line gun, actually just messing around with it. I'm working on upgrading this, that gun through this playthrough. Later on, actually, I just figured out during my second playthrough that its secondary fire, those glowing orbs, connects lines in between them and it takes anything out in a little matrix that forms between the two different bolts you can shoot out. So, haven't tried it. I'll try to put it to use later on, see what happens. I'm not sure how I feel about all these tunnels or compartments. Unlike the first game, in this game you're completely safe anytime you're in one of these. I don't know, it kind of takes some of the suspense out of it. This game, I mean, to be honest, the most suspenseful parts of the entire game are in the very beginning, and now that you have your suit, to be honest, it's just kind of goes downhill from there, and it gets more and more and more action-packed as time goes on. And not that there's a bad thing with that, but you definitely miss out on the whole survival horror Resident Evil aspect of the game. As the game goes on, I kind of found myself just hoping it would end. I wasn't enjoying it quite as much as I did in the beginning. So what I've done now is I just picked up a rivet gun, and I didn't see that in my first playthrough. I don't know if it's only available in the second playthrough. Its primary fire shoots a few rivet bolts out, and the secondary fire rips them out. So I'm going to test that out and see what it's like. Doesn't seem too bad. That took, I think, about 10 to 12 rivets just to kill that one creature. You know, it's kind of fun to use, but realistically, single targets, plasma cutters, probably still your best bet. And for lots of little targets, the assault rifle just doesn't get any better. Always keep one power nodule in case you run into any of those doors. I think the items in them are random assortment. They'll be different every time. Definitely a great way to stock up on all sorts of different shit. Lots of ammo, lots of credits. Definitely worth it. I thought about wasting my ammo to try to save some of them, but realized I'd be better off saving for myself. Spooky.
Isaac, over here! Who are you?
It's the drugs, Isaac. They gave us drugs and made us forget. But it's all coming.
I don't know what you're talking about. Why are you calling me?
Isaac, look out.
Those three two-armed, one-tailed beast things are really fast, very nimble. You know, sometimes they seem to sit still, but with the way that your stasis pack recharges by itself, it's just easier to hit them with the stasis and take them out. Take quite a bit of damage with the increased difficulty, and the ammo's easier to come by. I was actually a little surprised at how many... Oh. at the amount of items and money I was getting throughout this. I thought it would actually be harder to come by. I mean, is he in the dryer? Wait, what the hell is going on? Why can't I kill whatever's in there? Oh my god. So, I had some complaints about the audio. I hopefully fixed that with this clip. But one of the things I tried to say in the last bit, part 1, and you just saw it there again, was when you're killing somebody, as long as you're making good shots and you're accurate, make sure to run towards them, because the game doesn't typically spawn multiple enemies right on top of each other. So where you just killed an enemy is likely to be a safe spot, so advancing towards them while shooting them is about the safest thing that you can do. You just have to make sure you have good accuracy. It really bugs me you can't shoot those guys. Just kind of scoping things out.
There are necromorphs everywhere. Is the entire sprawl infected? How this happened? The marker was destroyed and I destroyed it.
You destroyed a marker, Isaac. Tywin built another one.
On this station? Why?
It's powerful alien technology. Tywin wants that power. Get to the tram. It'll take you to the steam-powered premises.
Damn it.
The plot thickens. Stay tuned for round 3.